Hello again, everybody. It's Harry Boxer, the Technical Trader. Tuesday night, July the 12th. These are the charts of the day. Well, market's still under pressure, but a lot of stocks we're following are doing well. And ANX at this point is moving. You can see it had a very sharp thrust and breakaway here in mid-June, which is taking the stock from 2.25 to 420 to 1 today, reaching the secondary level of resistance. And with heavy volume, it's over 6 million today. We may see a short-term peak in this area, perhaps a pullback consolidation, but the long-term pattern continues to look good. And if you look at a weekly chart, you'll see that there's more upside potential, perhaps as high as 6.5, our next target for ANX on a more intermediate basis, however. BPAX is moving here with a thrust recently to take out the May-June highs and through price resistance up in his zone. It backed off, and today came on again for another 19 cents or 5%. However, it is reaching near the top of the short-term channel. Momentum is strong in this one. If it does break through this level around the $4 range, we could see it spike up towards the 5.5 range, maybe even higher, 5.75 or more. CHTP is at this point is forming a has formed a rising channel, has reached the top of that channel, lateral price resistance in here. If it can accelerate here, we could see more upside towards 6.25, maybe even as high as 7 short term. Clean Energy had a very big day today, up $1.96, 15%, 7.25 million traded, by far the biggest volume in more than 90 days. Up against lateral price resistance in the 15.5 range. We may see that tested tomorrow. We got up to 15.45 and backed off, as a matter of fact. But if we do get through that, the next target will be up around the 17.5 range. We'll see if we can get that, but certainly a strong start today and maybe a trend changer. HITK looking real good. It was up $1.44, nearly 5% today. Notice it's right up against the high from last week, which was the highest level this has reached in many years. If we go back, we'll see triple top in his zone going back to 03 and early 06. So this is a key point for it on a long-term basis. Lateral price resistance occurs right here, and if we can break through, we can see this thing accelerate to the upside. Target around 36. Icogen, I wanted to show you this because after that big pop we had 2 weeks ago, it's been coiling tightly and beautifully, especially the last couple of days. Very narrow range, very low volume. This could be the eye of the hurricane. Keep an eye on this one for a pop that takes it out across the 640 range. If we see that, we can see the stock run into the 7.8 zone pretty quickly. Imperial Sugar is doing very well, and after consolidating in this zone here, following the big run up in May and early June that took it from 12.5 to about 22, stock's then been consolidating, and today exploded out of it. Reached 23.40 before closing at 23.05 of $1.81 or 8.5%. Now the top of the channel, as I've drawn it in, says this could be a $30 stock on an intermediate basis. However, short term we'll call a target around 26.5. Miller Petroleum, low-priced energy stock, doing very well. You can see it's up against the all-time high set in June of last year, and has been stair-stepping its way nicely after breaking out in June, flagging, and then moving up. Today up 37 cents or 5.25%. Technicals look great. If you can get through this 7 and 7.60-70 zone, you can see this move into the 8.5-9 area. Orbitz Worldwide had a big day today, popping 77 cents or 30.7% on 2.7 million. That's the second biggest volume this year. And we're right at resistance here at this line, which goes across several tops and bottoms over the last 5 months. A move here could see a quick and additional upside to the 3.75-4 zone. Secondary target up around 4.75. Big day for PCYC, ignoring the market, jumping 66 cents or 6%. 1.75 million shares, the biggest volume in 3 weeks. The beautiful rising channel continues, particularly after the price volume thrust that we got on Friday. We had a little bit of a down day yesterday on inside day, and today popped right back up again. Target 14.5. QTWW thrusted, ran up to and a little slightly above this line today, and then backed off to close right at it. Up only 12 cents after being up about 50. So a big give back, but strong volume and good technicals indicate to me that this could be an $8 stock over the next couple of weeks, perhaps. We'll keep tabs on that one. RXII had a little bit of a pop today, jumping from 122 to 145, but it did back off to 138. Still up 14 cents or 11% on 3.9 million. Technical surging here. If we can get above key resistance around 170, this could be a substantial mover. You can see it left shoulder, head, right shoulder, kind of a flat head and shoulders, 5-month bottoming pattern may be forming. If it gets to 171, I'll look for a quick move to 225. Secondary target up around 3. SYMX Synthesis Energy Systems popped last week, pulled back to the moving average, and today popped back 38 cents or 17% as volume increased again. I'm looking for a move that takes us up to 3.5 and then 4.5 by short and intermediate targets. Solar SZYM acting great, continues to thrust, having moved from 20 to 27.5 in the last 2 weeks. Today was significant in that the highs of the last 4 sessions were taken out with a pop, up $1.30 or 5% today. This one could extend. I'm looking for 29.30 zone short term. WPRT, another clean energy play, had a significant day today. This 4-month resistance broke through today with a pop of 208, 8.5%. 2.1 million shares traded. That's the best volume in a month. And if it holds true and we get up and test and take out the 27.90 area, this could be a stock in the low 30s pretty quickly. And lastly today is ZAG, which after some difficulty in the last couple of weeks popped today, reaching as high as 13.62, up about $1, backed off and gave back half of it, but still closed up 54 cents, 4%, 2.3 million traded. We need to see this accelerate out of here and then move up to retest the 15.5 3/4 zone with a secondary target at 18.5. That's it for this evening. Treacherous market out there. Be careful. Bye-bye.